My sister's best friend was my girlfriend. And we hid it for 2 years. People from overseas always ask me the same question. So, you still live with your parents? I smile and answer, yes. Then they look surprised. In Singapore, that's perfectly normal. Many adult children continue living with their parents until they get married or are otherwise ready to move out. It means more family dinners, shared routines, and plenty of time together. It also means privacy can become a luxury. My name is Adrian Lim. I was 28 years old. I worked as a cybersecurity consultant. I earned a decent salary. Owned a car. Had investments. Could have rented a place. But honestly, I liked living with my parents. My mother still made the world's best bok cut teh. Dad still insisted on washing my car even though I told him not to. Life was good. Until I fell in love with my younger sister's best friend. Her name was Melissa. And that was the beginning of 2 years of absolute chaos. Melissa had been my sister Rachel's best friend since secondary school. She was practically family. She knew where we kept the tea and coffee. My mother would ask, Melissa, have you eaten? Before asking me. One afternoon Rachel pointed at me. Rule number 1. You don't date my best friend. I laughed. I wasn't planning to. Life heard that sentence. And accepted it as a challenge. Years later, Melissa was no longer the shy teenager who borrowed our Wi-Fi. She had become an events manager. Confident. Funny. Beautiful. We accidentally met at a cafe near Raffles Place. What are you doing here? Client meeting. You. Coffee. She raised an eyebrow. You came all the way here. For coffee. It's very good coffee. But the office is nearby too. She laughed. You've become weird. I've always been weird. That afternoon, we talked for 3 hours. Not as my sister's friend. Not as the girl who visited our house. Just 2 adults. Before we complete the story, I hope you enjoyed this story. It was created by Pearl. If this story touched your heart, please like, subscribe, and share it. 3 months later, we officially became a couple. There was only one problem. Rachel. If she found out, the entire family would know within 12 minutes. So we agreed. We tell nobody. Melissa nodded. Especially Rachel. Little did we know. Keeping a relationship secret inside a Singaporean family home is almost impossible. Melissa came over as usual. Rachel shouted. I'm taking a shower. I'll be 5 minutes. Melissa whispered. I'll wait downstairs. I nodded. As she hurried out, she accidentally wore my sneakers instead of hers. 10 minutes later, Mom looked at the shoe rack. Adrian. Where are your shoes? I froze. There. Dad answered. Probably in his room. Meanwhile, Melissa was walking through the neighborhood wearing size 11 men's sneakers. She later texted me. Your shoes are enormous. Rachel asked. Can someone buy bubble tea? Melissa volunteered. I'll go. 5 minutes later, I quietly slipped out. We met at the nearby mall. Shared one drink. Held hands for exactly 38 seconds. Then. Adrian. We immediately let go. My mother's church friend was standing 2 shops away. Melissa instantly grabbed another bubble tea. She smiled nervously. We're comparing flavors. The auntie nodded. Ah. Very scientific. One Friday we finally had a proper date. Movie. Dinner. Dessert. Everything was going perfectly. Until the lights came on. Walking towards us. My parents. Rachel. And 2 cousins. Melissa whispered. No. I whispered. Run. No. We'll look suspicious. So. We smile. Rachel waved enthusiastically. Melissa. Without missing a beat. Melissa replied. Oh. What a coincidence. Rachel looked confused. You 2 came separately. We answered simultaneously. Yes. Then looked at each other. Then immediately looked away. Dad smiled. Funny. You both shared one popcorn. Chinese New Year barbecue. Entire extended family. Melissa was invited. Again. My uncle noticed. You 2 seem comfortable. Rachel answered before we could. They've known each other forever. My cousin smirked. Melissa quietly passed me a chicken wing under the table. Rachel immediately noticed. Why are you feeding my brother? Melissa answered. He looked hungry. Dad nodded. Fair reason. One evening Melissa visited. As she left, I offered to walk her downstairs. The lift doors opened. We were alone. Finally. Peace. She smiled. We survived another visit. I nodded. We're getting good at this. The lift stopped. Doors opened. Rachel walked in. Silence. She looked at both of us. What are you two doing? Melissa answered instantly. Discussing. I continued. Parking. Rachel frowned. You don't own a car. Melissa nodded. Exactly. Another awkward silence. After nearly 2 years, keeping the secret became exhausting. Every family gathering required acting. Every text message required deleting notifications. Every dinner invitation involved careful planning. One evening Melissa sighed. I don't like hiding anymore. Neither do I. We're adults. We should tell them. I nodded. It might be time. The funny thing, we didn't confess. Rachel figured it out herself. She walked into the living room one evening. Melissa was helping Mum cook. I automatically reached over and brushed a little flour off Melissa's cheek. Neither of us even thought about it. Rachel stared. Then another memory. The bubble tea. The movie popcorn. The shoe mix-up. The endless coincidences. Her eyes became huge. She pointed dramatically. Wait. The whole house became quiet. You too. Everyone looked at us. Dad blinked. What about them? Rachel gasped. You're dating. Silence. Melissa slowly nodded. So. How long? I answered quietly. Almost 2 years. Rachel sat down. You mean, I've been the only person who didn't know? Dad laughed. I knew. Mum smiled. So did I. Melissa and I stared. You knew. Mum smiled warmly. You always found excuses to help each other. Dad chuckled. And nobody accidentally wears someone else's shoes. Rachel looked around the room. Everyone knew. Dad nodded. We were waiting. Rachel covered her face. I've been investigating the wrong people. Life changed overnight. No more sneaking around. No more pretending. Melissa could openly visit. I could openly drive her home. Family dinners became easier. One Saturday Rachel walked into the living room. She looked at Melissa. I suppose I should be angry. Melissa smiled nervously. Rachel shrugged. But honestly, I've always wanted a brother-in-law. I laughed. Slow down. Melissa laughed too. We're just dating. Rachel grinned. Fine. But if you break up. She looked at both of us. I'm keeping Melissa. Everyone burst into laughter. A few months later, the family gathered for dinner as they often did. Nothing seemed unusual anymore. Melissa helped Mum in the kitchen. Dad and I argued over football. Rachel rolled her eyes at both of us. At one point, Mum looked around the table and smiled. You know, this feels right. Dad nodded. It always did. After dinner, Adrian and Melissa took a walk through the neighborhood. No hiding. No looking over their shoulders. No secret text messages. Melissa slipped her hand into his. It feels strange. What does? Being allowed to hold your hand. Adrian laughed. We spent 2 years acting. And all this time, our parents were simply waiting for us to tell them. Melissa smiled. So what did we actually achieve? He grinned. We became experts at terrible excuses. She laughed. The parking conversation in the lift was still the worst. It was. And your explanation about my wearing your shoes? I panicked. She squeezed his hand. No more hiding. No more hiding. As they walked home, Rachel leaned out of the apartment window and shouted loud enough for the whole block to hear. Oi. You too. When you're done being romantic. Mum says don't forget to buy soy milk. Melissa laughed so hard she had to stop walking. Adrian looked up and shouted back. See. We're still living with our parents. Rachel grinned. And now? I can finally interfere properly. The whole family laughed. Because sometimes, the happiest ending isn't a wedding. Sometimes, it's simply no longer having to pretend. The end. I hope you enjoyed this story. It was created by Pearl. If this story touched your heart, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who believes in love. Here, we're honored to bring you stories of hope, love, and the resilience of the human spirit.